Do I want my camera on this side? This, I don't like this. I like this a lot better. Welcome back to my channel. If you see, we're in a brand new spanking location because we're in my car. So you guys, in today's video I wanted to basically break down everything about buying my first car as far as car buying goes, buying a luxury car, and then specifically buying a Mercedes as my first car. If you do not know, I have a Mercedes CLA 250. I bought it last year and it is a 2019 model. If you haven't already, you can check out my car tour if you want to see the details and all that of what the car looks like. This is all about the buying tips that I have, how I specifically was able to buy a Mercedes as a brand new college grad with minimal credit, and how you guys can do the same. So let's get it. So you guys, a brief background for all my financial gurus out there. I love y'all. Dave Ramsey, Graham Stephan, I watch them all the freaking time, and I know they'll be like, Miss Ma'am, no ma'am, you did not need to buy a Mercedes. But a quick background, I did have a car. It was paid off. My parents got it for me when I was in high school. It was a really nice two-door coupe Honda Accord V6. Like, I love that car, and I would have definitely held on to it and just to not have a car note after college. But we did end up being flooded by Hurricane Harvey, and it flooded out all the cars, including my baby Blade. I named my car Blade. This one is Venom. So it ended up flooding my car as well. So I knew I had to get a car because I live in Texas, and if you know anything about Texas, you know we drive. Things are far. It's not a walking state, a walking city. So I knew I had to get a car. When it came down to it, I went to Mercedes. I drove I want to say like a 2017, maybe 2018 CLA, which had everything except for the sunroof, and was still very expensive. So that was like a used CLA. And after I test drove it, we were coming in and I was like, it was white though, and I knew I wanted a black car. So I was like, do y'all have any black ones? And they said they don't have that one in black, but they did have a 2019 CLA 250 in black with the sunroof. And I saw it and I instantly fell in love with it, you guys. And it was actually a used car. This isn't a used car because nobody has ever like owned it. It was probably maybe like a loaner car. It was a car that was never used by anyone unless they were like on business or something like that. So it only had 10,000 miles on it, and it was actually at a really, really low rate. At the time, I was able to get a 1.99 interest rate on the car. So the interest rate, between the interest rate and then the cost of the car being a little bit lower because it was slightly used, but it was still a brand new car, I was able to get the price of the Mercedes and the Honda to almost be the exact same price pretty much. So when it came down to it being the same price with a low APR, I just was kind of like, okay, so do I want a Mercedes or a Honda Accord that will cost me the same amount? So when it came down to it, I had Mercedes option, I had a Honda option, and they were the same cost. So for me, that made it a little bit easier to make my final decision. And then on top of everything, financing low APR, I did have in my mind that I was going to pay the car off earlier. I say in my mind because I haven't necessarily paid the car off earlier. If you watch my Instagram stories, you know I did read Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover, so I'm definitely on his debt snowball payoff. Right now I'm focusing more so on credit cards and student loans, so I haven't gotten to my car yet, but I do finance my cars, so by the time I get to my car, it will already be chopped in half. So let's get to the goody. So let's say you've made your decision, you've gotten the low interest rate, and so now you're ready to go buy a Mercedes, but you're a student, your credit is not where it needs to be in order to get a luxury car. Well, depending on the dealership you get your car from, Mercedes has something called the Mercedes Rising Star Program. In order to qualify for the Mercedes Rising Star Program, you may need to read up on specific information based off of dealership, but you do have to have some kind of income. So whether you have like a job, like I said, at the time I was working at the Apple store. If you don't have a job, you need to have a job like lined up and proof you've got a job lined up. And then you also have to prove that you've graduated from college. The whole point of the program is to help there's a bug. The whole point of the program is for new college graduates, so you do have to be a brand new college graduate in order to get approved for these low interest rates as someone without a supreme credit score. I don't remember my credit score at the time. I know it was probably in the 600s, and I only had one credit card at the time, so So the only other downside I could really think of me getting like my Mercedes versus the Honda was the cost of service. I will say service is definitely a lot more on paper, but I have noticed I actually just got my Mercedes, picked up my Mercedes from service today, and it was probably, I'm gonna be real, child, was $600 to get it serviced. And I know like another car maybe, and more so in the hundreds, are even cheaper to get it serviced. But you are getting more in your service package, so they are taking care of more things. So when you do get a service, you guys, they are taking care of a lot more things in your car. So it's not just a simple oil change, checking of the brakes, yada yada yada. They're actually like going in and fixing everything. They detail the car for you and they wash the car for you, so that for me is like a huge benefit. When you bring down the quality service, there's no wait time when you have to get your car. You're instantly seen by whoever. They give you a Mercedes, brand new Mercedes loaner vehicle for free whenever you get your car, so you just ask them for a loaner, they give it to you. You don't have to wait for the whole service to be done. So there's a whole, if you do want to wait, there's a whole kitchen. They got it fully stocked all the time. Sometimes I do just go in to grab some food. But you guys, the service is supreme, superior, so I don't mind paying a little extra for that service. It's really just going to be up to you at the end of the day. What are you looking for? I have 0 to no expenses, you guys, so that's kind of why I lean more toward this vehicle. This is a vehicle I plan on keeping until literally the end of time, until I can walk into Mercedes and buy a G-Wagon cash. Like, this is the car that I plan on keeping, so that's a huge factor. The fact that I plan on keeping this car, I plan on paying this car off early. The fact that, to me, I really like the superior service and the less wait time, and having a loaner vehicle, I feel like time is money, and so that helps me save a lot of time. I think for me, that made this decision to get this car a lot easier, and the fact that the Rising Star program helped me to actually get approved to get this car. Mercedes could have been like, girl, get your little self out of this dealership, but they didn't. So when it comes to buying a car, just general facts, if you have never bought a car before, if you guys already know about car buying, you can go ahead and thumbs up this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and peace out. If you guys just want to know some basics about car buying, this is your first time buying a car, some things you just need to know are there are 3 options. There's leasing, just flat out buying, and then there's financing the car. Leasing is a horrible option. Leasing, you basically don't ever own the car. It may be a little bit cheaper of a monthly payment, but you never actually get to own it. So leasing, I don't feel like is a good thing. You want to buy your car to own your car, especially if you're gonna need a car long term. Buying is just, you got the money, you got the cash, you go get it. Like, that's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. And then financing is basically you pay a monthly payment toward the principal balance of the car. Typically you'll pay interest, so that's a little bit additional money, so you'll actually be paying more than you're paying for the car. So I know people who have gotten like 6%, 5%, 10%, like interest rates based off your credit is how much extra you're gonna have to pay toward the car every month. Me personally, like I said, I was able to get a 1.99% interest rate, so I'm basically paying cash for the car, so I'm really not paying that too much extra on the car. And then if I pay it off early, then I'm literally like, so you guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please post any comments, suggestions, questions below. Please subscribe, you guys. Like this video to support this channel. Like this video if you like this video. And we're out. Ugh. That was kind of fun to film. I need to get like a car mount for my camera and film some like ride with me videos. No, I feel like that's so dangerous. I don't know, what do y'all think? Comment below. Do y'all think it's too dangerous to film videos while I'm driving in my car? Like, if I'm not gonna look at my camera unless I'm at a stoplight or something, but I don't know. Comment below what y'all think. I think it's fine. I think if my camera's mounted, I'm not worried about it. I'm not looking at my camera. I'm just talking while I'm driving. Like, that's what I do when someone else is in the car. So, alright, goodbye.